Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Neha and in this video I show you a summarized version of my colored pencil process with the Stargazer lily flower. This is my latest tutorial on Skillshare and will also be available soon to purchase from my website too, the details of which are in the description box. So let's start with the materials. I have used Strathmore Bristol vellum paper in size 9 inches by 12 inches. For the colored pencils, I have majorly used Faber-Castell Polychromos along with few Caran d'Ache Luminance and Caran d'Ache Pablos. I'll be also using a white Prismacolor along with a white Luminance pencil. Then we have other materials like graphite pencil for drawing, a kneaded eraser, tracing paper, a battery operated eraser from Brustro, a ceramic knife or cutter from Slice, and a pencil eraser from Faber-Castell. So let's begin. So I'll show you my process on this petal and then you can follow the same on all the other ones. I start by lightening the sketch with a kneaded eraser to remove all the excess graphite. Then I freeze all the white and lighter areas with a white Prismacolor pencil, which is a wax based pencil. This step will help in later stages if I want to lift or scratch some highlighted areas. I follow it with cream from Pablo in warmer areas. I apply this with very light pressure since it's just our first layer. Next comes cream from Polychromos followed by light yellow glaze and then earth green yellowish for the greener part. Next I take olive yellow from Pablo to blend these colors. I continue with these same colors on the top section where there are greener areas. I also use chrome oxide green for the darker green area. And for the pink parts, I'm using pink madder lake and light magenta from Polychromos and always ensuring that I'm moving in the direction of the strokes that I see in the reference picture. Now since we are going to keep the background white, I use a very light grey which is silver grey from Luminance to fill up the edges so that the edges don't get lost. Now for the darker shadows, I use Payne's Grey 30% again from Luminance. And then with white luminance pencil, I start blending all the colors. I'm still using light to medium pressure here for blending so that we can come back and give more layers if needed. Next, I move on to the main petal. I start by applying the darkest tone, which is dark red from Polychromos, in all the dark tone areas. This includes the central areas, the spots, and also the shadow areas as well, leaving areas which are lighter than this tone. Next, I take deep scarlet red from Polychromos and go over the dark red and also on the areas which are bright red in color. Going with lighter color over the darker one will help in blending both the colors, thus giving a very gradual kind of shading effect. Again here I am moving in the direction of the form of the petal. Next, I take middle purple pink from Polychromos for all the dark purpley shadow areas, which is mostly on the right edge of the petal here. I'm going to make this even more darker by applying dark red over it. Next, I start with midtones, and this is Rose Carmine from Polychromos, and this color will go in all the warmer pink areas. Having some knowledge about color temperature will help you in choosing your colored pencils, and you will be able to show more variety in your selection of colors and tones. Again, I go with this color even on the darker areas to blend them and also leave some lighter gaps. Next comes Fuchsia from Polychromos. This is our cooler and brighter pink, and this will go on all the bright pink areas. Now this is light magenta from Polychromos for the lighter edges, and I also go over fuchsia layer to fill up the lighter gaps. This color will mostly go on the edges of the petal. I do the same with Pink Madder Lake from Polychromos and start filling the lighter gaps in between the darker colors, and this will also help in blending all the darker layers, thus making them much smoother. I again take fuchsia and darken the pink areas furthermore. I like to darken the colors by working in multiple layers. I find this gives more depth to your artwork. Next, I take silver grey from Luminance and start coloring the outer edge except for the very brightest highlights. Then with Cold Grey 3 from Polychromos, I start working on the shadow parts. I like to use some kind of blue. This is light ultramarine blue from Polychromos to give an interesting tone to the grey areas. And then with white luminance pencil, I start blending all the mid-tone layers. This step will further smoothen out the colors and also lighten some of the mid-tones. This color will not go on any of your very darkest tones. Whenever you're going from darker area to the lighter one, always clean your white pencil on a scrap piece of paper so that you don't accidentally smudge the light areas. After the initial application of all the colors now, we again go and darken the darkest tones. For this purpose, I like to use luminance pencils as they are highly pigmented. So with Crimson Aubergine, I start darkening all the dark spots as they have become lighter now after multiple layers of lighter pencils over them. I follow this with Crimson Alizarin for the darker red areas. Now here I'm using medium to little hard pressure as I'm almost in the final adjustment stage. I work with same pencils, but now I'm really making the darker tones dark and also smoothing out all the layers. I start focusing on more details in the stage, thus working on the realism part of this drawing. Next, I take scarlet from Luminance to brighten up the reds and also pinks. I have found that a layer of scarlet over fuchsia really brightens up the pink, thus making it nice shocking pink, which I can see in the reference picture. Now I'm using ruby red from Pablo for the warmer midtones. And now this is purplish red from Luminance, and I start darkening the purple shadow areas. I keep on coming in with more layers till I'm happy with the saturation and the softness and the smoothness of the petal. This whole tutorial is 4 hours and 45 minutes long in real time with me explaining each step in detail. You can head over to Skillshare if you're already a member, or you can use my link to get 1 month free. And if you don't want any subscriptions, then you can also purchase this tutorial individually from my website as well. Patience is the key whenever you're working with colored pencil medium, whenever you're working with realistic drawing. So have some patience and just trust the process, and you will be really able to enjoy the art journey in this particular medium. Keeping light hand pressure will ensure that you can work with more layers. It will not flatten out the tooth in your very early stages. So this way I have finished working on all the petals, and now I start working on the center part, which is the anthers. So here I'm using the same dark red which we have used on the petal for the darker tones. Now this anther has a lot of texture, so my strokes are also going to change. I'm giving more of a zigzag line and more of scribbling to show the texture. Next, I follow it up with dark cadmium orange for the mid-tone areas, leaving some lighter gaps in between. Now deep scarlet red for the brighter red areas. And then dark chrome yellow for our lighter tones. To further brighten up the lighter tones, I use a light yellow glaze. Then in the same way, I take crimson aubergine and crimson alizarin from luminance to further darken the darkest tones. This will amp up the contrast. I come in with same colors now, making the anther more smoother and darker but still maintaining the texture. So now after the center is done, I now enter the finishing and the final adjustment stage. Up till now we were working on individual entities, but now we have to look at the drawing as a whole and start adjusting the tonal values on the entire flower. And also in this stage I give more details and I get to use my special tools which will make so much difference to the drawing now. I use the ceramic cutter to scrape off the brightest highlights and pencil eraser for the softer ones. I come in with more colors if needed and remove or smoothen out some colors. This is my favorite stage and it really elevates your drawing to a next level, so don't skip it. And then I go over with white luminance pencils in all the areas that we have erased or scraped it off with our ceramic knife. So I use the push and pull method over here, making some things darker if I want, or erasing or smoothing out some things with white pencil to create more highlights. So if you like this video and my content over here on this channel, then do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. It will mean a world to me and also motivate me to make more such videos. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. So see you then until the next one. Bye.